Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy, and we're going to do the fourth segment of states and descriptors in American politics. And I really appreciate your patience. Let's recap, and then let's finish it out, all right? So, Vivek Ramaswamy, we are pushing to make him the second person of color to be an American president. We are striving to break the most horrible, evil tradition in American history, the ward cleaver president. We have to shatter it. We have to shatter it, right? And it's going to be a heavy lift to get Vivek Ramaswamy there. And the reason why is, we're going against establishment, right? And as we make this 13-month journey, right, to get this done, that's what we have remaining, right? We are intaking a lot of information, and we are producing a lot of information, and information is coming in about the political state that Vivek Ramaswamy is in, and every competitor he is in is marinated in. And we need a structure to understand it. And I think we have to understand the four states of information, and we have to understand the descriptors, how we convey each of these types of information. So let me recap. Truth is conveyed through epic. Okay? Reality is conveyed through narrative. Myth is conveyed through story. And actually, I don't think I said that clearly in the third video. I'm saying that clearly now. Myth is conveyed through story. All right. Let's talk about the last state. By far the most dangerous of the states. It's a problem, and it is falsity. Okay, that is the state, and falsity is conveyed with a tail. T-A-L-E. Falsity is conveyed with a tail, right? And we need to talk about falsity because it is very distinctly existent within our political state. So where does falsity lie? Well, more than any other candidate in the history of America, in my humble opinion, President Donald Trump has marinated himself in falsity. He is falsity. He walks in falsity. He wears it like a cloak. All right, so let's start. So first of all, what is Donald Trump? He has sold this he has sold falsity. He's sold this tale, right? He's sold tale after tale after tale. And what has he sold? First, that he's a Republican, right? He's a dyed-in-the-wool New York City pro-choice Democrat. He always has been. In 2012, he donned a Republican wig. He is rhino to the marrow. That guy has never been a Republican and is not a Republican now. And honestly, I don't think it's hard to see that he's not a Republican now. That we don't have a Republican Party right now. We have the Trump Party, and that is very distinctly different than the Republican Party. Our heritage as Republicans comes from Abraham Lincoln, right? Nothing about President Donald Trump says Abraham Lincoln, right? That it's just not. It's not our area. So first of all, the first fault is falsity. The first tale he told was that he was Republican. He's never been a Republican. Second, and this is a big one, it's a tale he told, was that he was an evangelical Christian, right? It's never been true, right? They asked him, "Are you a Christian?" He said, "Of course I'm a Christian. I go to church." No Christian ever would give that answer. Ever. None. Right? Absolutely not. There is a faith that would give that answer. It's a very large faith. It's, in my opinion, its primary leader wears a funny hat, but no Christian would ever say that because they know it's not shown anywhere in the Bible, right? Like, so he has never been a Christian, and he's certainly never been an evangelical Christian. He's never been a Christian of any stripe, right? So we don't even need to go any farther than that. Let's talk about that tale, right? So first of all, falsity is conveyed through a tale, okay? And we need to understand this. Tales are received by the listener willingly. Willingly. These tales are received by the listener willingly. The evangelical Christians wanted to hear this lie, right? They wanted to believe the lie. And the reason why is they knew he would deliver win. And he did. President Donald Trump, not everything he said was a falsity. He said, you're going to win so much, you're going to be sick of winning. Boy, was he telling the truth then, right? Like, yeah. And those are epic words, right? Like, and they echo, right? Like, because I am sick of winning under President Donald Trump, right? I don't want any more of it, right? Because the cost is too high, right? We've sold our American soul for it, right? And so Donald Trump is this, there's a layer of menace around him. It's just, it is very bad, right? But he has been telling these tales. He's been delivering falsity, right? Reality is carried by narrative. Falsity is carried by a tale. And that tale is sweet in the ears of the listener. Many listeners want to hear it, right? And so we need to be very aware of this as Vivek Ramaswamy supporters, right? And we need to be hyper aware, right, that 3 types of states can carry our message: truth, reality, myth, right? But falsity can never carry our narrative. We also need to be aware that the Trumpers and Trump are burning fuel on falsity, and they do not, okay? At the macro level, it's falsity. There is truth that comes out of his mouth. He was right. Like, I would love to tell you all the time, Trump is delivering falsities. But one of the ways he gets away with what he does is he does mix in truth. He was right. He said, you're gonna win so much under me, you're gonna be sick of it. And he was right. He was 100% right. And there were other things that he said that reality, like he delivered a narrative with reality. He said we should buy Greenland. He was 100% right. It was so brilliant. Earth's melting. What would have been a better thing to do than to buy Greenland? Like, it's way up there. It's super cold now. It's going to be great when as climate chaos continues, right? So but at the macro level, Trump and Trumpers deal in falsity, and they tell a tale, right, that is sweet to the ear, right? Very important to understand that. He is lying to people who desperately desire to be lied to, right? And he accomplished incredible things. I never in my life thought, Roe v. Wade would be overturned. It was. He put in the judges. He did the deal, right? But the reality is he's morally bereft, right? And the Bible warned us about people. Wolves in sheep's clothing, right? We cannot trust him. He attaches immorality to American leadership, and he must be defeated. Vivek Ramaswamy is the right guy to do it. We process information that's coming in, and we look for truth, reality, and myth around Vivek Ramaswamy. We reject all falsity, right? And we always remember, right? Truth is delivered through an epic. Reality is delivered through a narrative. Myth is delivered through a story. And falsity is delivered through a tale. Okay? I'm equipping you with this because I am telling you, we are on a journey. We are on a quest. It is going to be incredibly difficult to accomplish what we need to accomplish. We have to shoot a gap, right? We can do it, but we need a structure to understand the information that's coming in. We need a structure to deliver information. We must wrap Vivek Ramaswamy in truth, reality, and myth. And we must make sure that falsity never touches him as a candidate, right? And we have to understand who our enemies are. Trump is an enemy. President Donald Trump is an enemy to America. He must be defeated, in my humble opinion. have to beat them at the ballot box. That's the only place to do it, right? Of course, President Trump has a layer of menace. That's why we saw January 6th. What happened then? I'm not sure, but it sure as heck was frightening, right? We will not frighten people. We will defeat him at the ballot box where it is right to do so. We will do that by communicating, by processing information that comes in about Vivek Ramaswamy through truth, reality, and myth. We will project truth, reality, and myth. We will never allow falsity near our candidate. That's the best way to process it. Thank you for your patience with some very unusual content. I'm trying to equip you as we move into go time and grow time. It's on. We got 13 months to get this done. Strap in.